Good morning, gang. Happy Monday. And yes, I'm actually recording this Monday morning because I was so exhausted yesterday. I went to bed at 7 o'clock. So, yeah, kind of even missed my daughter calling me for Father's Day. So I'll talk to her today. Okay, so first, a quick housekeeping item. I have 4 of the 5 emails with addresses from Saturday night's giveaway, but Southern Bell Teacher, I'm still missing yours, so please email that to me so I can get everything put together and get to the post office this week. Okay, so that's that. Second off, I wanted to talk about real quick was, a lot of you guys ask me, some, okay, there's 25,000 of you, I'm not saying 20,000 of you are asking, ask me about where to buy property, whatsoever it was. One of our family members is selling 5.5 acres in west central Tennessee. It's closer to Nashville, but in between Nashville and Memphis. And from looking at, he sent this to me over the weekend and said, hey, do you know anybody interested? So I figured I'd let you guys know because a lot of you guys ask. But gave me the pictures and everything like that for it. I mean, very good price. I'll let him discuss that part with you. But there's a pond, a stream, electric is available. I mean, obviously it's at the street or whatever it is. There's actually a mobile home on the property right now. I don't know if it's livable or anything like that. I mean, these are questions that you can ask him. But looking at the pictures, a lot of trees, then there's good flat area for building a house, doing whatever. So this could be a good off-grid place. This could be a good somewhat on-grid place, but it'd be a great homesteading place from what I'm looking at. I mean, out in the country, close enough. I mean, probably within a couple hours of the big city that, if you needed an airport or something like that, you had one. But far enough out in the sticks where people are going to leave you alone. So if anybody's interested in that, please shoot me an email and I will get you his contact information. I'm not going to put it online for obvious privacy reasons, but I do have that and I wanted to share that with everybody. So, okay. Third thing, and the crux of what I wanted to talk about today. So there was an article that was posted yesterday, at least I saw it yesterday, by about a financial expert saying a couple of things that I thought you might find very interesting because, I'm not as off my rocker when I talk about some of this financial stuff as you think I might be, okay? This is from geopolitical and financial cycle expert Charles Neuer, okay? Now, Neuer even called last year in 2020, at the beginning of the year, before we even knew anything about COVID, that he was leery about the market, that he saw more of a 40% crash than he saw of a 5% gain. Well, what did we see? We saw the market going completely in the tank, for the first half of the year or whatever it was. And, people lost their ass and it scared a lot of people out of the market. Some people made good money, okay, buying at the dips, all right, but that would be it. So kind of was reading over this article and he was discussing what he saw for 2021. Now, granted, we're halfway through, okay, but I don't know when he said this. But going through this article here, what was he, again, technical analysis, and I'm not going to get into the details on it. Some people agree with it, some people don't, but he was looking at charts and everything going back for 100 years, okay, back to 1900, so 120 years, and looking at markets from the 1920s, the 1960s, the 1980s, yada, 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 and seeing where the peaks and the valleys are. Okay. We're in the same pattern all over again. What's his call? 20,000 or lower on the Dow. Sound familiar for anybody else who said that? I don't know, in January. So, that was very pertinent that I thought, looking over it, it's like, okay, I'm not just pulling numbers out of my where. This is actually, there's guys who actually do this for a living who also are seeing the same thing, okay? Then he was talking about inflation, okay? And as he said, inflation is here, but it's going to get much worse. This is the big key for all of us, okay? What he's saying is right now he thinks that he agrees with the Fed, saying that the fear of inflation is overdone, but based on cycles, we're going to get a whole new cycle of inflation. So we're going to get another pop on top of this, okay? And like I said, if you look at the numbers, if it was calculated in like 1980, we're at 13%. Okay, again, let's take today as the baseline. Add another 13% if you said to it, or add another 20% to where we already are. Because remember, this is compounding, all right? That's when things start getting crazy. This is, again, what I was talking about. Wait till you see $40 and $50 a pound for steak. So we're already seeing 20, okay? So wait till you start seeing stuff like that. Next one, okay? As he says, Bitcoin, at least for now, looks to be topped out. I have no price target. We might have a new upcycle, but I don't think the top $64,000 is going to be taken out for a long time. Who's that sound like? Okay. Again, same thing, with the Bitcoin and everything like that. Now you've got economists saying, don't get caught in this trap. Sure, you may be able to day trade it and go from 34 to 37 or something like that, and that's fine. If you got, like I said, balls the size of Texas, go for it, okay? But, all those people who thought, hey, it was cheap at 50,000, it was cheap at 45,000, it was cheap at 40,000, yeah, they're still waiting to go back to those numbers, okay? So you can lose your ass day trading it, too. Right. Oil and natural gas, he was talking about there's still being a bull market there. I don't get into the oil markets whatsoever. So that was it. But, as his comment, one place if you wanted to put money would be in natural gas. Okay. Well, I'm not going to disagree. I mean, the common logic says that makes sense. But, I don't pay attention to the oil market, so I don't know. And then he talks about gold and silver. Okay. And his comment is, there is no bottom fishing in silver or gold. The bottom is weeks away. We might touch the bottom on gold at 1670. Longer term, Neuer thinks that gold will go to 2,500 an ounce and silver will go up with it. Okay, so what he is saying is the bottom is not in on silver. And if I look real quick at what silver is right now this morning, Monday morning at 20 minutes to 7, it is at 26.05. Okay. Like I said, I think 26 is about the bottom. So I don't know when he wrote this article. It could have been close. So I'm thinking right here is the bottom. So, these are things to take a look at, in your prepping and what's going on the financial side of things. Finally, he comes in and says, that it looks like war is going to happen. He sees the left is more dangerous than the right. Not a big surprise there. Okay. As his quote goes, I see things deteriorating very fast because nobody knows what's right or wrong anymore in the United States. Welcome to the leftist manifesto. But as he makes the comment, it's going to be the world against the United States, which doesn't surprise me because that would be the World Economic Forum. And you get into their great utopia, the Great Reset or whatever, is a complete bust unless the United States is involved. I've said that many times, okay? And so you can see all sorts of pressure, whether it's economic, whether it's cyber, whether it's diplomatic, whatsoever. When all those don't work, then it could wind up physical for the rest of the world to try to bring the United States on board. Okay, because again, this goes back to what I said before. We're the only self-sufficient nation in the world. The World Economic Forum wants all their crap. And if the United States isn't on board, they can never get it because basically we're the world's breadbasket. And then, of course, you've got China, who is going to let the Klaus Schwabs of the world be the useful idiots and get everything done for the one world order, if you will, and then China's like, we're going to be the ones in charge of it. So, kind of look at both. But yeah, just a little validation here from somebody who's a geopolitical financial analyst. Yeah, okay. Kind of helps there. So thought I'd bring that one to you here, but if anybody's interested in that land I talked to about at the beginning, please email me. Southern Bell Teacher, please email me. And y'all have a good Monday. Pinball out.